All right, so like I we get there, they go into the TP, and like I said, a lot of cars around, one trailer, one TP. Honestly, I think we might have been in Mexico. Because it was, they kept talking about that. They were like, my dad was like telling them, he was like, if Patricia finds, that's my mom. They're like, if Patricia finds, if I lose little Mike in Mexico, Patricia will fucking go crazy. And he was worried about that. Uncle Steve was like, it's gonna be cool. Uncle Beanie was like, they're not gonna take you. That's all he kept saying. Uncle Beanie was like looking at me with like dead serious motherfucker with the hat on just like this. With the hat on just like this. And he was like, they're not gonna take you, Lonesome Dove. We're not gonna let them take you. That's all he's saying in the back seat. Dad's tripping. Uncle Steve saying it's not gonna be that crazy. And then Uncle Beanie's in the back seat looking right at me. They're not gonna take you, Lonesome Dove. We're not gonna let them take you. And I'm just like, as a kid, you're like, what are you all talking about? Why? What? Who's gonna take me? What the fuck? Mexico? What? And so it was, so they go into the TP. I'm out in the desert and shit, just checking it out. Never seen it before, and this is my first time traveling. I've never traveled like this, and shit. So I know we're far away. We're far away from, we're in Texas. We're in Mexico, and Oklahoma's right there. So um, after I get through chilling and everything, Dad's like, I can hear Dad yelling. I'm like, yo. So I run over, and, you know, Native American beautiful teepee trailer, um, cars everywhere. I go up, and Dad's like, you're going to go into the teepee. And I was like, all right. So I go into the teepee, and, they fan me off, and, let me get my ahu out. So they, I walk in, and they get me, and, and I'm good. So, I never seen blue corn. I never seen blue corn before. I've always seen yellow corn, just like anybody has. But it was cups. It was styrofoam cups, and it was blue corn, and it was morning. We showed up right when the sun came up or something like that, because it was morning, and they went in, and I was playing. And they said, "Come in," and I went in the TP, and they gave me some blue corn in a styrofoam cup with a spoon. So I was just like, holy shit, blue corn. I've never fucking seen that. I haven't seen this to this day. I haven't seen, that's the only time I've seen blue corn. Like eating it, they're serving it. So it was corn, boy. So I'm eating it breakfast. And then Dad was like, "Do you want mine?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I hooked it up, and I had two blue corns. And then we come out of the meeting and everything, and then it went down. It happened, because it was to the point where the fucking trunk wouldn't close, man. And I had no clue it was full of peyote. So we get the peyote. We see Laredo. Spiritual activity goes down, and then we roll back, and I could feel the tension with everybody because we're rolling now. And it's always good to have a kid in the car. That's the only thing I think I made the trip for. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was destiny, maybe it was spiritual reasons, but I made the medicine trip. So we roll back, and it's just got to be cool, all the way back. Trunk full of peyote. Uncle Beanie, keeping it real. Uncle Steve and Dad are switching, driving. And we almost ran out of gas. I didn't even tell you about that. When we couldn't find the fucking trailer, we ran out of gas out in the middle of nowhere. And, it was a big deal and everything, because we were like, do we keep looking for the trailer, or do we, go back and get gas? And then gas is miles and miles and miles, probably 40 to 50 miles away, because we were out there. So Uncle Beanie was leading the direction the whole way because he had been there before. That's how we found he was the guide. The whole thing was Uncle Beanie was the guide. He had been there and done it before and made trips and went back, and we were going all off of his memory. So it was, and like I told you, he was had seen Babe Ruth play and was alive when Babe Ruth played. So maybe he kind of forgot a little bit. I know I would. Shit, I'm 37 years old. So we, you know, I'm not even gonna get into that about how we almost ran out of gas, but we roll back and we get to Edmond, Oklahoma, Uncle Steve's, and we lay the peyote out. We lay it out. We lay the buttons, boy. There were buttons, just like on your motherfucking shirt or your favorite jacket. Buttons. And some of them were brown and some of them were freshly green. Some of them were brown and so dry and everything. You had to eat one, and I did. I snuck one in. One fucking button. I ate a full button when I was like in the second grade. Because we were laying them out and everything. And the green one, I tried and it wasn't happening. The freshly green with the little like flower on top and everything, I was not eating that one because that one was just like an avocado, man. You don't eat that motherfucker right like that. So I went over to the fucking dried up brown ones because there was a table with green ones and there was a table with brown ones. And I started eating on the brown one, man. And all I can say is orange. That's what I saw after I ate that button. Orange, a lot of orange. And I want to turn my hair orange and, like Fifth Element orange. And then for orange for the Native American children in Canada, and then all that. That's why I got an orange watch. Was because of I want to support anything like that. So it was just we got back. Um, yeah, a lot of orange, man. Definitely. My hair has themes, man. It's like right now, this is Mother Earth. This is Joker. This is, a lot of the blue had representation, it's got to mean that water and everything. So orange is going to be for like the Native American kids and just a lot of reasons and everything. But it all has meaning. But like I said, I ate the peyote button. It was orange. I saw a lot of orange, and I knew it was spiritual, and we made it back. We made it back and everything. But that's what kicked off, and we went to Montana after that. Like that's gonna be the next video. Is um, we we went to Montana. Like after we got back to Oklahoma with the peyote, Dad had something going on in Polson, Montana, and me and my family, we drove to Polson, Montana after we got back from Texas. So we did the full trip of Laredo to Montana. And, like, that's when I started realizing, when we went to Montana, I started realizing my dad was obsessed with the movie Lonesome Dove. That's when I was like, you know, I've been watching the show. I always watch the show. When you travel, like Lonesome Dove and everything, it's just wiki up, man. It's just wiki up and the drive, and everything. So it's that's what gives me power is the movie Lonesome Dove because we were living it. We were living the shit out of it. So we get back with the trunk full of peyote. Ask Uncle Steve if you don't fucking believe me, go ask Uncle Steve. He's running the fucking Zonzo League, So I ain't fucking lying about nothing. Uncle Beanie's gone, Dad's gone. Fucking Uncle Steve met Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm gonna put it on here too, man. I bet Uncle Steve was not impressed with that motherfucker. I bet he was just like if anything, Leonardo DiCaprio better fucking know who he is, the way Uncle Steve is, and his fucking ego and everything. Damn boy, motherfucker, me too. That's some crazy shit. So, yup. You better know who Uncle Steve is, even if you're Leonardo DiCap. And then you got Leo just fucking getting a selfie with Uncle Steve and shit. And I'm all like, get the fuck out of here, man. But that's the way life goes. That's the way it is, man. Angela's running for fucking chief of the Osage tribe. Not only that story I told you, Angela's running for fucking chief of the Osage tribe. Get the what the fuck? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm for all three of them. I don't give a fuck who wins. It's up to God, Wakanda. It's up to him who. My vote is all three. They'll all do great. They're all done good. It's up to God. It's not up to you or me. Pray about it. That's what it's gonna be.